Reel-06B starts in November or December 1971. This is the first snow of that winter. We're in the square outside our townhouse in Charter Square. This is Dave taking his first sled ride. You may recognize the sled as the thing that was previously used as a bath for Anita. Anita is doing her fair share of the heavy lifting.
Bathtub makes a good sled. It's much safer than a flat one. I'm not sure if Dave's enjoying it. He has very pink cheeks. Oops!
He's almost out of it.
I think Nana gave Anita that furry pink coat.
And now it's Christmas 1971, and we spent it in our first visit to the Flamingo Motel in Clearwater Beach, Florida. This was our first visit there. The weather was glorious, and we had such a wonderful time. I think that contributed to our going back year after year, when in subsequent years the weather was not nearly so nice. But here is 2 3/4-year-old Anita contemplating whether she should enjoy a swing or not. The sand at Clearwater Beach is the nicest sand we have ever seen. Beautiful, white, fine, and just marvelous. This was all outside our front door in the Flamingo Motel. Really loved it there.
She does well on a big person swing.
Yeah, there she goes.
David liked the beach too, particularly to eat.
We spent a lot of time on this deck.
And even more time trying to put David's hat back on. I hope he's better at protecting his head these days.
Oh, I think today he knows a lot more than he did then.
He knew how to take the hat off.
Spent time sitting on that deck, watching the children play and watching the ocean. It really was a very nice time we had. Sun shone, it was warm. This was 1971, and we kept going essentially every year until 1981. That is really quite a stick in the mud.
Now, it was a lovely beach. No big hotels, no crowds of people. And that gorgeous white sand. And the sea was shallow enough. It was nice and safe for kids too.
Where the Flamingo is, there is now a Hilton Hotel, 10 stories. And Clearwater Beach has gone very upscale. Expensive, because when we went there naturally, it was inexpensive. course, we were always cheap. We wouldn't have gone to it if it had been expensive. But such an idyllic spot that wasn't yet discovered.
Fletcher's place was particularly cheap.
All right. And we just discovered it driving around. We no planning. We were just looking for somewhere. Any vacancies? Yes, we'll stay for a week. The big black squarish box on the table to the right of the picture was what I kept my single lens reflex camera and accessories in. Quite a monster to lug around with you so that you miss many pictures because it was not with you at the time. And there's Charley Monkey. He was the Fletcher's pet. And we always went to see him. Very nice monkey. Here we're feeding the seagulls. And they were so tame, if you held a morsel up in the air, they would just come and eat it right out of your hand.
Even if you weren't trying to feed them.
There, he got it right out of Anita's hand. Hey!
That one looks ready to eat Dad.
Being eaten wasn't the only concern with so many of them flying above one.
It's all right, you didn't have a bald head then.
That's true. There's David getting a swing. Really possibly his first ever swing. And there's the mum and the two children all swinging together.
Oh, don't eat it. Don't we feed you enough? He's got his mouth full of sand.
That's the standard way the young children attempt to jump.
It's a mermaid they're jumping over.
Oh, yes, yes. Yes, indeed. I remember that great mermaid, great sculpture they made in the sand. There it is, the cursed mermaid.
He's very careful not to step on it. Time to go down to the sea. I think it's a bit cold.
And this concludes Reel 6. We're at the end of the second part of it.